Hello everyone. Sorry, I'll start in a minute. Hello everyone. Sorry, I'll start in a minute. Okay. Okay, we'll start. All right. Okay. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Where are you watching from? Weimar. Okay. Thank you for always joining, guys. Thank you. I don't take anybody for granted. There's so many places you could be across the world, but you're always here. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for joining. So I do this every Sunday, 7 p.m. UK time, in case you're wondering. Every Sunday, 7 p.m. UK time. This is done 7 p.m. UK. Thank you very much, Jackie J, Guinea. Thank you for joining. Thank you for those that have joined on Facebook and as many that have joined on TikTok and as many that have joined on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. Yep. Thank you. Let us know where you're watching us from. Let us know where you're watching us from. So today we discuss no guts, no glory. That's the topic. Before we go straight into it, just to show an appreciation to all our over 42,000 on TikTok followers, about almost 1,000 on YouTube. Let's say about 7,000 plus on Facebook, over 9,000 on Instagram. Just want to say a big thank you for always joining every Sunday 7 p.m. There could be so many places you could be across the world, but you love to be part of what we're doing. So thank you very much appreciated. So yes, what's it called? Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you for the likes. Please keep them coming. It would help the algorithms to suggest this channel to more people so they can be a part of it. If you like what we're doing, please share to someone that you know this will be of help to. Share with someone that you know this will be of help to. So yes, thank you again. Before we go straight into it, please, if you're on TikTok, long press on the screen, you see a repost button, repost it. You can also do this long press as well. You see a button that says you should share. You can share it to anyone. Share it to group chats on WhatsApp. Share it to group chats on anywhere, any platform, so more people can be a part or come and join. So we've done. I think our last live, 10,000 likes. I can't remember. Let's try and push us up to 15,000. So the more you tap on the screen, the more people can get to watch this video. So the same thing goes with Facebook. Same thing goes with Instagram. Same thing goes with YouTube as well. So feel free, there's a button there, show appreciation, type your biggest takeaways and more people can be blessed. So remember, I have a free ebook. If you look on the link on my bio, you see a link to the free ebook, you see a link to my paid ebook. So my free ebook is titled Roadmap to Financial Freedom, and my paid ebook is titled From Idea to Short-Led Business. So do well to check them out. And if you want us to have a conversation about something personal to you, personal development, or regards to your business, on that same link on my bio, you'll see how to book a 10 minutes free consultation with us, with me, and we can take it up from there. So yes, okay, if you want to join our community, please click on the, what's it called? Click on the flyer. There'll be a QR code on the flyer, so click on that and you can join and be a part of it. All right. Okay, so remember that this live stream is sponsored by the Hair You Love. That's D, then Hair, then U, and LUV. That's the Hair You Love. Sponsored by D610 Homes. Also sponsored by Love Family Podcast. So do well to check them out. and I'm sure you would be glad you did so. Okay. So why do I do what I do every Sunday, 7 p.m. UK time? The whole idea is to stir up a dissatisfaction in your spirit, man. That's the whole idea. Is to make you that by the things that I share, you become uncomfortable with what is normal. The whole idea is to awaken the giant in you, to awaken the potentials, to awaken those things that are not yet unleashed. That's the whole idea. That by listening to me on a weekly basis, so that in the next 1 hour, that a dissatisfaction in your spirit, that you'll not be happy with what is called average. That there'll be a burning desire to want to take action. So, and if after 1 hour nothing moves in you, nothing stirs in you, there's no satisfaction, and you're okay, you're average, you need to check yourself. If you're happy with what it is and nothing moves, you need to check yourself. The Bible tells us in Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 7, it says, I've seen servants on horses, while princes walk on ground like servants. So that is to say, the reverse is the case. Whereas princes are supposed to be on horses, servants are the one on horses. And where servants are supposed to be, that's where princes are. That is to say that God has a great plan for your life and my life. And we ought to be in the rightful place that He has ordained for us part time. And if we're not yet there, it is our duty to walk our way to where God has ordained for us. So I hope that by the things you're going to hear today, there will be an awakening in your spirit, and to challenge you. Remember, I always say, I'm not here as a guru. Everything that I share here, by the grace of God, is at work in my life, or a work in progress, or I'm working on it. So I'm only here like I'm speaking to my 5-year-old self. So what would I have done 5 years back behind? What would I have done better 5 years ago? So that's the whole idea. So today we're discussing about no guts, no glory. That's our conversation for today. And it's a wake-up call, wake-up call. So boredom of safety, playing it safe. Playing it safe actually is a risk. It's a risky move. Playing it safe is a very risky move. A lot of people just want to play it safe. They want to the averages, what's the word? I'm trying to look for the right word. However average they could be, that's what they want. They want to play it safe by every means. So it's a risky move. If you don't know that, you know it today. If you don't know that playing it safe is a risky move. Playing it safe will guarantee you a fine life, yes, but you will never taste extraordinary. You will never taste extraordinary. And I don't want to be just average. I don't want to be just fine. I want to taste the extraordinary. There's some Bishop. I've forgotten who was telling us. There's some people in life. They don't need an address. Just write their name on a letter and to get to them. That's where I want to get to. That's where I want to get to. So if you write, let's say for instance, Nelson Mandela was alive, and you write on a letter, Nelson Mandela, no address. The postman will find a way to send it to South Africa and look for his local address and send it to me. If you are to write Bishop David Oyedepo on a letter with no address, the postman will find a way to send it to me. If you are to write Kenneth Copeland, or you are to write LeBron James on a letter, or you are to write Bill Gates on a letter, you will find them. They will locate them. They will look for them. Do you want to just be average? Do you want to play it safe and lose the chance of having something like putting your name in the sand of time? So it's very important to see that. Seeking safety isn't wisdom. It's a slow death. You aren't being humble by hiding your light. You are being selfish by denying the world your potentials. I always say it when I talk to young people. I say to them, there's still no cure for acute leukemia. There's no cure for HIV/AIDS. There's no cure for so many things. It's in you. If you do nothing about it and go back with it, you meet your master in heaven. When you stand, you'll say, hold on, what did you do with what I told you? So playing it safe does not help anybody. We need to push those things in us and bring the best out of us. So glory is selective, is non-democratic. Success doesn't care about your intentions. It only responds to persons willing to endure the most public embarrassment for the longest period of time. So I remember when I started doing, my wife and I started doing our business, service accommodation business, like before. I failed in so many other things. People that have called me a matter of names. Every time I call in one business or the other, doing one thing or the other. I failed in so many businesses, but persistence is important. Those setbacks didn't deter me. So people could ridicule me, people could say a matter of stuff. They couldn't deter me. So God was today now, by the grace of God, God is doing great works through the works of my hands, of me and my wife. You understand? So if I had chickened out, or if I had allowed what people told me, or the feedbacks, or the what's the word, the setbacks I got from the businesses affect me, where would we be today? So failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a fundamental part of it. We're going to discuss that more. What you're holding back on because you're afraid makes you look foolish. What you're holding back on because you're afraid to look foolish. What's that thing? What is that thing that you ought to have brought up, but because you're afraid of looking foolish, or because you're failing, or because what people will say, you're holding back on it? What's that thing? You need to bring it out. You need to bring it out. The death of someday. No gods, no glory. No gods, no glory. You need to bear that. So we're going to talk about someday later. No gods, no glory. Someday, next day, one day, next day. You need to cue that someday and do it what? Now. So we're going to go on. I hope you're learning a thing or two. The word, the definition, we're going to talk about definitions. The word guts, G-U-T-S, guts, according to Webster Dictionary, defines guts as fortitude and stamina, the spirit and courage to persevere. Fortitude and stamina, the spirit and what? Courage to persevere. Guts is the assassin of average. So guts kills average. The refusal to play small or feel safe. So when someone says this person has guts, that person is an average person. When someone says this person has guts, that person has refused to play small or to hide in a safe place. No. That person, that's someone that has guts. So guts is a heartbeat of David, who refused to bow to a Goliath everyone else is running away from. So imagine a small boy like that. A whole village for days, possibly weeks, I don't know how many weeks, was taunting the whole village, a big giant. And the small boy said, give him to me. That's guts. That's guts. That's guts. So what does the word no guts mean? Technically, it's a lack of fortitude, the absence of stomach for a fight. Chicken, what I call a coward, someone that backs out. The word no gut means betraying your potential to stay hugged to a lie called what? Safety. Betray your potential to stay hugged to it. So the bottom line is a slow motion suicide of your dream because you are terrified of what? Looking foolish. That's what no gut is. Gradually, your dreams are dying until they are dead. Because what you say, yeah, you don't want to, what people will say, Who cares about what people say? So thank you very much. I'm sure you guys are learning a thing or two. Okay, so another definition is what? Glory. The word glory. The word glory. The word glory. The dictionary meaning of the word glory is what? A state of high renown, the splendor of absolute completion. When something is glory. Pastor Iya Demo always said that sometimes the best way to define some things is by saying the opposite of it. So if you think of anything that is glorious, think of the opposite: shame, reproach, embarrassment, stagnation. Name them. That's, if you think of those words, it will help you better understand glory, what glory is. So in reality, glory is living unfiltered. Living unfiltered. When something is unfiltered, it is the moment you stop asking permission to be great and start owning your own clock. So once you ask permission, you start owning your own clock. It is the extraordinary life we all crave for. Glory is the extraordinary life we all crave for, but often trade for a polite suffocation of a predictable routine. So people will rather go for the predictable routine. That's what I mean. Predictable routine means the paycheck. They rather stay on the job. They rather work there for 15 years. They rather work there for 20 years because they know that in another 4 weeks they get their paycheck. So the fear of where do I survive? How do I live? Keeps them not to aspire for the extraordinary. I'll say God forbid. And politely, their dreams are suffocated day after day. So it's important that as we know what glory is, we need to know what no glory is. There's a state of what obscurity, insignificance, or the absence of distinction. God forbid. Absence of distinction. Absence of distinction. I remember those days when we were in secondary school. If you don't do well and your grades come out, your parents will say, let me see, what did you get? What did you get? What did you get? What did you get? That's what's your result. If you didn't do well, that's shame. If you do well, that's glory. You understand me? You don't want to show anybody your results. But if you did well, you open your results and start showing them. I remember those days, I think I was in secondary school, and they marked us, they used to give us tests after each topic. I think we did a test on, I think, inequalities. I can't remember if that's a topic in maths. But I think this one, they say greater than or less than. I remember it very well. I don't know if that's the topic. So I did it so well, and because the teacher was so nice, he used his finger. The right hand is greater than, the left hand is less than. So when you see it, you know 5 is greater than this. You now do the answer. 4 is lesser than this. You know. So I did it so well, and I got 99. I think he intentionally also did not give me 100. We gave one other guy 100. Guys, before then I was not doing so well academically. So that day, when he gave it to me, you know what I did? If this was the score, this was my sheet. I folded that place where he wrote 99 and put it in my front pocket like this, and I was walking on the street like this, and everybody could see that I had my 99%. That's glory for me, at that time. So what are we trying to say? Absence of distinction. We need distinction in our life, very important. So no glory means the invincible life, the tragic decision to have a high value, but a sister that doesn't know your name or your dreams. Sister doesn't know your name or your dreams. May we never come to this world and go and live, and our name is no more to be remembered. God forbid. So the universal truth is that it's a polite suffocation of potential. I've talked about it. When you trade your God-given legacy for temporary anesthesia of a secured routine. We've talked about that. But this is just to touch on it again. So that's what the word no glory means. So in a sense, no gods, no glory is a classic idiom meaning success or recognition is impossible without taking significant risk. I take it again. Success or recognition is impossible without taking significant risk. So it is a law of harvest. You cannot claim a throne you are too terrified to fight for. How can you do that? For anybody that calls himself, for you to call yourself a winner, you must fight for something. For you to call yourself a victor, you must be willing to go through a battle. So if you're not willing to do any of that, don't expect to be called a winner or a victor. You just remain an average person, or you never show up. So no, a life you're too timid to design. So you can never go on a throne if you're too timid to design a life. So in the end, someday, some people that procrastinate, people that never want to venture, they always say, well, someday. Someday is a realization that your dream is currently held hostage by a dream of certainty. So certainty, program, salary, pay, average, what people say about you. That's just certainty. Certainty. You just want to know how your life is. You count how many shifts. If I work 100 and something hours, I make this, I make that. That's what it is. Don't get me wrong. And I always say, if you have been listening to this life, I said there's time to work for someone, there's time to do a job, and there's time to step out and do something else. What I remember, my in-law gave me a book called, and I read in that book. He said, the book author said, there's a time to be doing what you don't love doing, so what you love doing takes over from that thing that you don't love doing. So let's take it on. Does everyone have guts? I'm sure it's a question a lot of people ask. Does everyone have guts? I don't know if you can answer that question. Does everybody have guts? The gut feeling, gut. Does everybody have it? Yes, everybody possesses the seed of audacity. Everybody, including me and you. But most bury it beneath the weight of what? Corporate approval and social consciousness. So some people, everybody has it. Greatness is in everyone. Guts is in everyone. The ability to dare, to venture is everyone. But some people are waiting for approval. What? Should I go? Should I go? Should I do it? Some people are waiting for it. It's everyone. God's not a personal trait. It's a decision. It's not a personal trait. It's a decision. To dare something. You don't be follow come. It's a decision. You decide to do something. It takes boldness, it takes courage. It takes courage. So C.S. Lewis is quoted to have said, courage is not simply one of the virtues, but the form of every virtue at the testing point. The form of every virtue at what? The testing point. There's a moment to test you. The ability to weather that test is called courage. If you go through it. So you're not born without a spine. You were conditioned to trade. You were conditioned to trade it for what? Pension. So a lot of people, we don't respect them. Since we have a spine, it's there for a reason. You're currently managing a life you are meant to conquer. So since you have a spine, you're not conditioned to trade. When there's greatness in you, some people trade it for a pension. So respectfully. I don't want anybody to feel offended by the things I say. But the world and the system is done in a way to keep us from achieving a lot of things. If all you do is wait for a pension, a lot of years have gone by when there are a lot of things in you that can come out. So it's not targeted at anyone. It's not to demand anyone. People are motivated by their pension and they stick to their job. At the end of the day, when I used to do door knocking, I used to do sales and marketing. And I knock on people's door. The only reason why you qualify for what I was selling, I used to sell home installations then in Cardiff. The only reason why you qualify for my home installation is that you're one of the benefits. Disabled living allowance, one of the benefits, I can't remember their name, So I would meet elderly people, senior citizens, that would say, "Oh, I only just live on my pension. It's not even enough." So imagine you waiting all your life to live on what inflation might have made obsolete. What's the point? It's a wasted generation, a wasted life. God forbid, I don't pray that for anyone. So it's important that we bear that in mind, but we ask ourselves those questions. So there's guts in everybody, in me and in you. It's in everyone. It's in everyone. So we should need to bear that in mind. Why many people don't express the guts inside them? Why? Comfort. Comfort feels safer than growth. Some people are okay with comfort. No matter what you're telling them, they'll just carry earplug, put here. Spiritual one, carry earplug, put here. They're talking, they just go away. They want what you have, but they're not ready to do what it takes to get there. They don't want to do it. Most people don't avoid risk because they are weak. They avoid it because comfort feels good. They steady pay every 4 weeks, money land. They can't imagine staying 1 month and not know. The routine, they wake up in the morning, they tell you, if I need to leave, I need to catch this bus by so time and get to the train by so time and get to my office by so time. That's how they do. It is even you need to go and read about the effect of industrialization on the workers during the Henry Ford era, so you understand it. There's no difference between what happened in the Henry Ford era, when industrial revolution started, between people that are working on a day job that are doing the same thing every day, do the same thing every day, do the same thing. Some people, some families, without due respect to them, they don't get to see their spouse until the weekend. This, for me, was a wake-up call. I remember when I used to work on the job, my wife would work on the job. And my daughter was, which is 10 years old by the grace of God today, she was still maybe like 1 year old or so, like that. I wake up in the morning and she's sleeping. I take her to the childminder and drop her off. Oh no, my wife drops her off. But before my wife drops her off, I'm gone, jet out, very early in the morning. Then I'm supposed to be the one to pick her up because I close earlier than my wife. By the time I get to pick her, my daughter was sleeping when I left the house. My wife dropped her off. Then when I come to pick her from the childminder, my daughter is sleeping. So from Monday to Friday, that's my daughter's routine. I never get to see her. My wife is the one that maybe, because when I sleep, that's it, I've slept. My wife gets to spend more time with her, maybe breastfeeding, one thing or the other at night. So I wake up in the morning, she's sleeping for weeks, months. I say, what? See, that's what I'm talking about, a dissatisfaction in your spirit, man. At some point, I said to myself, how long will this continue? I only get to see my daughter on a weekend. I said, there must be a way out of this, God. What is the way? And I kept reading, I kept researching, kept reading, I kept researching. It's not like I landed at the point where I am today. But Bishop William always says something. Until you ask, you'll never get an answer. Until you knock, no door will ever open to you. So that routine, that pattern, that steady pay, I said, no, there must be a way out of this, a way out of it. And today, God has made a difference. So comfort is the undoing of so many people. But comfort slowly drains your potential, you know. It is a wise man once said, a ship in a harbor is safe. But that is not what ships are built for. Safety is not the reason why God created you. No. There's something in you that ought to come out to bless mankind. And if it doesn't come out, you give account before your creator. It's not a threat, it's the truth and the reality. Check your Bible. The confession, you know, some people, another reason why people don't express the God in them is what? They prepare too much without progress, too much preparation. They are waiting, arranging, reading, studying. Some people have done 4 courses, 5 courses, 6 courses, but they never take no good action. Some people try, take good action, they hit a stumbling block, they back out and pack it up. More courses, more planning, more waiting. Preparation is good, but too much of it, you know, fear in disguise. Sometimes I tell my mentees, just do what I say, leave it. I say, just can't do what I say to you, just can't do it. I said, just can't do it. I remember one of my mentees, I said to him, yes, he said, the property came out, I said, rent it. He said, I said, just rent it. I have the money to give to him, but I don't want to give it to him. Because until if he lends that money from someone, he feels that pressure of what it means to pay back that money. And he'll take the business serious. And lo and behold, God helped him. And I think recently he was telling me about how they used to pay for the holiday, clear one of the debts, and X, Y, Z. And they called me and they said to me, another one has come up. I said, make sure you take it. Make sure you take it. You know, so God shows up when action starts, even without full certainty. Even without full certainty. That's what God is. When you don't know something, you don't know what the outcome will be, and you just venture it. That's what God is. That's what a lot of people are lacking. That's what the world wants. The system wants us not to venture. The system wants us to. Just like I was saying, if you watch my previous streams, you know, the system will reward you if you're a cleaner with a house and a mortgage. But if you're a contractor, earning too much money, they will not give you a house. They want predictable income. They want to know how much outcome is, the money you're going to get. By so doing, you stay stuck on the job. They don't want a contractor, because if a contractor ends the end of tomorrow, you don't blame them. But at the same time, we need to be careful that we're not kept in that trap. It's very important. Fear. Egu. What people call egu. Fear of change feels worse than fear of failure. A lot of people. The reason why the thing got in them never comes out is what? Fear. Walking away from a familiar path can feel like losing your identity. So people stay unhappy just to avoid being what? Misunderstood. I've seen people that have stayed on a job for a long time. They don't even try a new job because comfort. They've gotten used to it. you know, my shifts, you know, my this, you know. Please, I'm not offended. I hope everyone is offended by what I'm saying, but please, rather than being offended, let it be challenging you. That's what I'm saying. Let it be awakening the spirit. Let it be getting you uncomfortable. You know, so even people that work with me, you know, I push them to the best of my ability to think like entrepreneurs, to think like entrepreneurs, to think that one day they're not going to be working with me. I want the greatness in them to come out. I don't want them to be zombie. Go left, go right, go left, go right. No, no, no. You know, to get the best out of them so that the potentials that God, so they can say, oh, thank God, I work with this man. That's the way I want people that work with me. So some people, because they wait for permission, their gods never come out. They wait for their family, they're waiting for the society, they're waiting for the system. So God does not need approval. No need. Just step out. You know, Bishop shares one thing. He says, the man at the pool of Bethsaida, he said the guy, he was there for years and years and years, waiting for when the water is stirred. So you come and enter, so his miracle will come. Bishop said he will carry a bench or something and put on top the water and stand there. Once the angel has said the water, you just fall down on it. Not that you by the time you're waking up and doing like somebody has come from somewhere. Come on. But the man was standing, was by the pool, but never was the first person to stir the pool. So it's important that we know that God does not need approval. You know, no need of getting permission. Just jump in, get it done. Go where there is no path and leave a trail. That's what a wise man once says. Where there's no path, go there and leave a trail. So another reason why people don't make it, don't get the dots out of there is procrastination. Procrastination. Procrastination is the quiet assumption that time is infinite. Tomorrow. As one of my Chinese man, and this morning he's telling me, tomorrow. Everything tomorrow. Someday is a thief of the extraordinary. Someday is a thief. That's waiting for the right time. When you start the kind of business I do, you know that time is money. You need to know that, okay, the next 4 weeks I have to pay the landlord. How much is my properties? How much are they priced at? Why is property not making an income? Like that. As a businessman, you know that, okay, if you had gotten money from the bank, you're going to pay them. You need to calculate how much interest. If you've got money, private lending from investors, time is money. Not tomorrow. Everything tomorrow. I pray that God give us understanding. You know, that's my prayer for every one of us. Yes, so let's make progress. Practical examples of gods. I just to let you guys know what it means. In case you are you're not sure what does this God called? What's a practical example of gods? Thank you, Yerika. Thank you, member. Thank you to everyone that is commenting the thing too. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. All right. Practical example is that God says that you post your first business offer or content online while your colleagues are watching. You know that they're going to mock you. You post it. Whatever they're going to say, you just post it there. God is posting that you're even trying a business venture. You know, you are trying to get a service commission. I was telling my mentees yesterday when we were doing our mentorship call. I said, go and book viewings. Just go and book viewings. And when you record the video and post it and say, I'm going to book a viewing. I'm looking for property. I'm going to use. I want to go. Just that's it. You know, God sees what posting that you're being taught by someone. I remember reading Robert Kiyosaki's book. He said the lady was offended because after she had done a master's degree or whatever, he told her to go and do a course in sales. She was very offended by it. Oh, do you mean that after all this master I've done, I'll still go back and learn how to be a salesman? She said, I don't like salespeople. Every day we sell, every day we market. You market to your husband, you market to your wife, you market to your children, you market to everybody. Every day you are pitching. Every day we are pitching. So that's what God is. It's the willingness to look unpolished to the crowd, so you become exceptional to your clients. That's it. That's no. Is that you post what you're about to do? You know, post you're about to lose weight. You post you being in the gym. They'll say, see this one. When you want to lose weight, when you want to start, you post it. That's it. That's the guts there. That's the guts there. It's important. Guts is what? Another example is what? When they say to you in the office, oh, hang around for happy hour, or come, let us go and eat fish somewhere, or let us go and have a drink, or have a pint or something, or weekend social life. No, guts is what? You trading your temporary popularity for a permanent sovereignty. You say no. I need to go home. I need to work on my business. I need to work on this. I need to do that. Knowing fully when I need to go, you need to do it. Go sleep, wake up in the morning, and pursue that business. That's guts. You say to them, no, we'll talk later. But peer pressure will make you, oh, let's go have a pint. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's go have a pint, man. Whereas you know that there's some things you need to do to set you and take it where you want. Guts is saying no. I need to go and pursue this. I need to go and I'll see you guys later. I'll let this pass. Guts is what? To stop spending on lifestyle anesthesia, the new car, the designer's label, right there. You are doing yourself. If you are using designer to, if you see me wearing a designer, it's because of you. It doesn't worry me. If I see clothes in Primark, I can carry it. If I see clothes in what do you call it? In a charity shop, I wear it. If I see clothes in what do you call them? What are the shops again? My wife that does all the shoppings. Anyone I see I wear, I don't bother myself. Shoe. If you ever see me wearing designers, my wife bought it, or because of you. A lot of people size you up. So I wait for business. So when I come, they look at you like, this guy's wearing a Gucci bag, or he's wearing a this one. Well, it doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother one bit. So expensive dinners, me, not lie. As in, what's the difference between that food that I'm going to eat there and the one that my wife is making? No, I'm not going to do that. Expensive dinner. I'll take my family to a place they'll be happy, they'll be rejoicing, but I will not go and do food, spending unnecessary money. Don't be saying, it's not to say that I can't afford it, but I'm saying that I'd rather put that money to good use. You understand me? So I'd rather put that money to good use, set up a business, invest in someone's business. I think there was someone that sent me a video, me and my wife yesterday or day before yesterday, how just saying thank you very much, showing us how he has started his business and how we're able to support and everything. It's a source of joy to some people. That money is small money, but it has set up someone. You understand it? And we give God glory for that. So it's you choosing to lean on a lean season, choosing lean season today to own your time tomorrow. It's important that we do that. So know how to make good use of our money. What is God's? God is what? Is to pay for a higher mentor, high level mentor. So next week I have my mentor on this live stream, guys. So you guys should be there and learn. Somebody called me, when was that? I think 2 days ago. I was asking me about my holiday. I said, hold on. I have my mentor, is coming on live. So by this time, next Sunday, he'll be here on this live. So you stay there, write your questions. So you can ask him yourself, all right? So I paid to learn from him. People pay to learn from me. I know that some of you say, oh, I've gone to university, I've paid. Some people say, why should I pay Onyekwelu? Why? No problem, don't pay me. Don't pay. You pay for ignorance. Pay for ignorance. So God is what? Investing in it. In a business course, when your bank account screams, stay safe. No. But you paid £16,000 for your university, for your undergrad, or for your master's degree. Still, you're not using it. Either you're washing dishes or you are doing something you're not supposed to do. I'm sorry to say, but this is reality. Some of you are in jobs where you're not supposed to. Some of you have even gone to do nursing profession, whatever. Maybe like a second degree. But to pay a mentor, no. I don't want to pay a mentor. So if you don't pay for knowledge, you pay for the price of ignorance. There's always you must pay something. Nothing goes for nothing. So God means get a mentor. God means get a mentor. Because I know what it does. I know how I failed in my business. I said no. When it comes to property investment in UK, I must get a mentor. I don't want to go the way I used to go before. So An example, what it means to be God, to have God is what? Stop announcing your plans to people that don't have vision. People that are satisfied with average. Don't they tell them. Don't be telling them. They'll discourage you. You need to discipline yourself to build silence until you make results. Your results will make noise rather than seeking their permission. Or those who are too afraid to leave the harbor. So I'm sure you know the people I'm talking about. If you tell them, they discourage you. People are investing in Nigeria. Invest in Nigeria. You put your amount of money, and only God knows how much I spend thousands of pounds I spend every month in Nigeria. Oh, we are investing kind of money in Nigeria. You took your family to China. Wow. Like I have one of my guys. When he told the people, I've been encouraging him, go to China, go to China, go to China. Go to China. He said when he told people that he's going to China, yeah, you want to go to China? Yeah. Don't tell people like that. Just pack your load and go. When you go, you come back, you tell them. You don't tell people in your life. Very, very important. Know them. Know them. Know them. God is what? You refusing to be a consumer and trying to be a creator. Some of you, inside you is softwares. Inside you is cure for acute leukemia. Inside you is the medication, another form. It is said that one guy found a use of peanuts. How many thousand use of peanuts? Inside you is those things. Inside you is the cure, another use of palm kernel. Inside you is another use, another product in you. But instead, you just stay with in your comfort. You don't want to bring out anything. It's your business. Nobody, you're not doing me any favor. When I tell people why I do what I do, is to stir up the satisfaction in you, to challenge you. Don't be average. It doesn't pay anybody. It doesn't pay anybody. Some people, the reason why, an example is that what do you call it? The inner circle, they used to distance yourself from safe friends. I mentioned it already. Safe people. Safe people that when you tell them, oh, I'm going to try, maybe you have been on your job, but you're doing your business, your business is not gaining traction. And you say, okay, I need to leave my job. Say, no. Or some people that just say, okay, when I tell people that by the grace of God, my prayer is that when I turn 50, I'm moving back to Nigeria. They say, hey, you want to go back to Nigeria? You mean you want to go back to Nigeria? I say, yes, move back. They say, just you. I say, no, everybody. Hey, hack, you know that kind of stuff. You know the kind of people in your life. You know? So you tell them, they tell you, just hear them or just go. The Bible tells us about Hannah, the audacity of agony. If she had not stepped out, she dared, she said, if I perish, I perish. To go and meet the king and claim for what she wants for her people would have perished. Look at Nehemiah. He will hold one hand, a knife in one hand, and he'll be building the wall with another hand. Because he knows that if he doesn't do it, these walls of his people will keep being ruined. Look at the lepers. They said, why sit we here until we die? Why? Why sit we until we die? If we go forward, we die. If we don't go forward, we die. Rather, let us go and then sit here and die. A lot of people would rather die than make an effort. God forbid. God forbid. May we not get to heaven and it shall be said of us. That word scares me. Say, depart from me, for I do not know you, you worker of iniquity. Depart from me, for I do not know you. God forbid, but that will not be anybody's testimony here. Because you did nothing. Because you did nothing. So take him that did not do anything. Take the parable. Take the one that did not do anything. That's parable of talent. And send him to outer darkness where they'll be weeping and gnashing of teeth. That's a place of regret. And that is hellfire. Because we did nothing. God forbid. You need to take action. Look at Gideon. From 32,000 men, God reduced them to 300,000. And with that 300, they went and fought a big crowd, an army, and they defeated them. That's guts. That's guts. And you see the size of the enemy, and you still dare to say, let us try. We can do something. That's guts. You know, that's guts. What else it is? So I'm sure we'll learn a thing or two. But what I want to say to you is that my dad always said to me, life does not serve you what you desire. My father always says that to me. You have to go and get it. You have to go and get it. It's not that there's no life is not a waiter taking your orders. You know, life is not that's not it. Desire does not set direction. God supplies the movement. So if you want it, you must become it and build it. No gods, no glory. Failure is part of success. I always say to people, failure is part of success. Those who succeed are not fearless. They are willing to fail forward. So I've done so many businesses, done so many businesses. To fail, don't they fear me again. If I fail, I'm not bothered. I just learned a better way of getting the thing done. Some people are so scared that they cannot stay and see that there's no money in their account. We invest everything. And stay, maybe there's no food to eat tomorrow. But you are saying that, oh, what this business will yield, by God's grace. Some people just can't imagine how they will pay they just don't want to. Their mortgage, my mortgage. How is my own mortgage paid, guys? You don't think I have mortgage? You don't think I have businesses, rents, and bills to pay? I'm not talking about bills of my house. I'm talking about bills of different businesses to pay on a monthly basis. You think that only you do that? You think it's only you? We do the same thing too. We take care of our children, we feed them, clothe them, take them on holiday, still do everything you do. How do you think we do it? A lot of people rather play soft, stay in their cocoon, and because of fear. Failure is part of success. If you don't know it now. You don't fail your way out, you fail your way up. No gods, no glory. And I think that people do someday. If you don't hear anything, erase the word someday. Your dictionary. Someday is the graveyard of greatness. The graveyard of greatness. Well, I'll do it tomorrow. Waiting for a perfect time. My business will start next year. I say, why start next year? Start now. When I talk to some people, I tell them the importance of why you need to start your business, start working on it. They say, oh, that's what I planned for 2026. Why wait 2026? Start now. Start working on it now. Why? So it's important that we bear that in mind. Sophisticated procrastination, that's another word for it. So competence versus what? Contribution. Some people would rather be elite mediocres, elite, very good at their job, all manner of qualifications they've gotten for the job, but they don't matter to the world. They don't matter to our world. They don't have no contribution. They don't have any significance to the community or to anything. God forbid. Pastor Paul Enetu once said, 2013, the year I got married, I think Mommy Abiyo's birthday, I don't forget, 26th of December, 2013. He was on the altar preaching on her birthday. He said, what I don't forget, he said, many are alive, but nobody remembers them. But some are dead, but they'll never be forgotten. Think about it. Think about it. Many people are dead, but they're never forgotten. Some people are alive, but nobody remembers them. You have to start going on and on. Think about them. Will you ever forget Nelson Mandela? Will you forget Martin Luther King? Will you forget Bob Marley? Will you forget Fela Anikulapo Kuti? Are you going to forget Muhammad Ali? Are you going to forget Nnamdi Azikiwe? Kwame Nkrumah? Will you forget Thabo Mbeki? No, Thabo Mbeki is still alive, I believe. How many people are you going to forget them? But there's so many people in your life, and because they're insignificant, or for a word that somebody calls they're inconsequential. You don't remember them. So because, oh, you have forgotten me, because you're inconsequential. If you are significant, people will not forget you. Like what my manager put on the status, he said, when you become a somebody, when you call a somebody, people will not play with your missed call. When they see your missed call, they'll call you back. So it's important. Legacy audit. Imagine a world built in fear. Just think about it. Close your eyes and think about it. Imagine a world built in fear. Imagine if the Wright brothers that made the plane, imagine if Mary Slessor that God used to stop the killing of twins in Nigeria and in Africa. Imagine if Mother Teresa, that God used to help people of India when they're facing leprosy and all that stuff. Imagine Martin Luther King if he did nothing. Imagine a world built by fear. Imagine that there wouldn't have even be a cure for so many medications if people never ventured. Imagine that maybe we would not have light today, electricity. Imagine that maybe there will not be no internet. Imagine that maybe the roads wouldn't have been built. Imagine that maybe we'll still be going by sea. We'll not be flying by plane. Imagine that there might have been so many things, no laptop, maybe we'll still be using typewriters. Imagine it. If the people that took the guts, dared the thing, did it, if they didn't do it, what would our world have become? So ask yourself, if you want your children to inherit assets or excuses. One day your children will look in your face because they know that they now know what is possible. And they will ask yourself, are you showing them how to build a kingdom? Or are you teaching them how to survive in a cubicle? So the choice is yours. Your fear isn't just stopping you, it's limiting them. That's what a lot of people don't know. And when you're afraid of doing something, when you don't express your guts, you can never get glory. And that glory doesn't just stop at you, it limits your children. So part of what we're going to discuss one of this life is patterns and circles. We're breaking patterns in our parents that happened to generation before us. We'll break those patterns. One of it is that if this generation are billionaires, maybe like they have 1 billion, this generation have 1 billion, the next generation should have 10 billion. Should be worth 10 billion. The upper generation should 10x. It's scriptural. It's not just a wishful thinking. You understand? So I'm trust you guys are learned a thing or two. Yeah. So that's that. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Please follow, like, share this page so more people can learn. Drop your biggest takeaways. Remember that you can, what's it called? 10 minutes free consultation. Check the link in my bio. You can get that. Also, you can get my free ebook there. You can get my paid ebook there. If you want to join our community, look on the flyers. You see a QR code joining. So this is sponsored by the Hair You Love. They make premium wigs. Sorry, you want to check them out. Okay. This is Ted Homes Property Investment. Thank you very much. Yeah, your VA 247. This is Ted Homes. Okay. This is Ted Homes. What's it called? Check us out. Sense Foundations UK and Nigeria. Shortlist UK and Nigeria. Check us out. Love Family podcast coming soon. Yeah, so check them out. Thank you very much for everything. We'll be discussing no gods, no glory. Weber says you are correct, sir. There's no success in the comfort zone. You know, said when there are no paths, go there and leave a trail. I love this. Yes, thank you very much. We have your VA 247. What do you say again? You don't fail your way out, you fail your way up. John Baba, thank you very much. Yeah, as many of you that I might have missed your stuff, thank you very much. So yeah, guys, if you want to say a thing or two, I will try to see if I can add you on. And then Nadoze Harry says, yes, boss, God bless you. Thank you. If you want to comment, send me a DM and I can send you a link and you can join and add. I just added, I don't know if you can see that link. Can you see the link? I don't think the link is showing up. If you want to, I think it's showing up on Facebook, but it's not showing up on. I don't know if it's showing up on our. Yeah, it's showing up on YouTube. I don't know if it's showing up on TikTok. If you want to say a thing or two, can you send me a message and let me see? Otherwise, we'll just call it a day. Thank you very much. Send me a message and I can see it. There's a link I sent to you. You can join with it. Otherwise, we'll wrap up. When she says no progress in a comfort zone, yes, that's the truth. No progress in comfort zone. No progress in comfort zone. So remember what I told you guys. Next week we're having a guest live on this show. Please do well to be part of it. Do well to be part of it. If you want to say a thing or two, send me a message so I know. Say a thing or two. Okay, okay. I just crack up. So I want to say that my own gods, my own gods, my own gods, I get it from the Bible. You know, I get so much inspiration from the Bible. I get so much inspiration from Christ. So it's not easy in a world like this, filled with evil, to have gods, to dare the undareable. I know some people, they talk about village people, they want people to know what they're doing. I remember when I was about to go to UK, they say, don't tell people. Don't tell people, don't tell people. I was telling everybody, my mind is that whatever the devil wants to do it. You see this UK, I will go, and nothing's going to happen. I was just trying to prove to people, don't allow fear to cripple you or put you down. I remember when I was about to get married to my wife, I went to do the traditional marriage. And when I arrived at the place, at my wife's village, they said, when my wife gives me a drink, I should not drink it. I should pour it away stylishly. You know, that one thing or the other they would have done some jars or something like that. And one thing or the other. I said, okay, no problem. When that day reached, my wife's father gave her the drink because I don't take alcohol. So what your husband wants, he said water. I think water or something like that. She poured it inside, brought it, dance, brought it to me. I just took the thing and started drinking it and drinking it and drinking it. People are looking at me with their eyes open like, hey, Onyekwelu, what are you doing? What are you doing? Am I dead now? Look at me. Hello. Look at me here. Am I dead? So if your liver don't, your faith does not carry what I'm saying, don't do it. But my faith built that guts in me to know that the Bible makes us understand that he that is in you is better than he that is in the world. If I be for you, who can dare be against you? So if you are not a student of the word of God, when there's calamity, you're going to be facing, Bible says if your strength fail in the calamity, your strength is small. So God's, yes, you can get God's from everything, but my own God's, the confidence, the morale, the zeal, the determination, the audacity, I get it from the scripture, the Bible. When I see the things I see there, it gives me morale, excess ginger to dare the undareable, to do the unthinkable. So fear is the devil's currency to keep people down from making progress or achieving their potentials. So I just want to encourage you guys. I'm sure we'll share the thing or two. Our time is very fast spent. Remember, we're talking about no gods, no glory. And then Henry says a comfort zone is a destiny killer. And Ilona says word. Thank you very much. And when she says no progress in a comfort zone. Thank you very much. So in closing, please, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you. Thank you. Thank you to my PA, Venus. Thank you to my social media manager, Dami. Thank you to my amazing wife. She's upstairs with the children. God bless you. To my children, I thank you. Always a blessing. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you to all my friends. Thank you to all my mentors. To everyone that I've led the 1002 for. God bless you. Thank you to my colleagues in business, at work. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Please follow this page, share it, and repost this so more people can be blessed by it. Share this to someone. Share this to someone so they can learn from it. Thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you for the likes. Oh, 9,800 guys. Let's keep pushing it up so that we can get up to 10,000 or more. Please, we have a few minutes. Okay, that's on TikTok. You can do the same thing on Facebook or Instagram, so more people can learn about us. Somebody sent me a message. Oh, Onyekwelu, I recommended somebody to you. No. A young passionate guy, one thing or another. The guy, he sent me my link. Let's just check it. Say, I already know this guy. I don't know him. But he said, I already know this person. So please, it's the likes that you're doing and the sharing and everything you're doing and making more people come across my channel, because that's what helps Instagram and what I mean. So more people can be blessed by it. And then people coming from Canada, people coming from America, people coming from tell me what they're doing is working in Switzerland, or what they're doing working in the Gambia, what they're doing working in Senegal, what they're doing working in Ghana, so many places. So please, you never know the impact of your share button or your like button. You never know who's going to watch you. So please do it, not for me, but for who God can use you to reach. All right. So let us know what your biggest takeaway is. Put in the comment section, and please do that. Next week, I said to you, you're going to be having my mentor here. His name is Mark Downton. Our conversation is going to be centered around replace your income. Replace your income. That's what we're going to be discussing. Replace your income. We're having that. Remember that you can, with the link on my bio, you can book a 10 minutes free consultation. We'll talk about your business and something about your family. Sorry, about your personal growth. Thank you very much for the likes. With that same link, you can get my free ebook or my paid ebook. So check them out. My paid ebook is not expensive. It's just $22.99. And you can learn how about the short-led business in the UK. So it's entirely up to you. So with the QR code and the flyers, you can join our community. Please join Like Minds and let's be there so you can get updated. Always check with the QR code as well. You can go to my WhatsApp channel, stay there for updates. So press. Take your life in your own hands, control your time, and don't die average. That's my prayer for you. Remember that this live stream is sponsored by The Hair You Love. You want to check them out. This is at home. You want to check them out. Love Family Podcast. You want to check them out. As we close, no gods, no glory. No gods, no glory. If you didn't hear anything, let it be the only thing here. No gods, no glory. No gods, no glory. Illusion of safety is your greatest risk. Playing it safe isn't wisdom. It's a slow motion surrender. Thank you very much. Slow motion surrender. Yes, McDowell, can't wait. Next week, by God's grace, this same time, you see you'll be here tomorrow. Slow motion surrender. In 2026, stability is a fragile max. So this year, choose not to say, I want to be stable. You need to venture. If you're addicted to certainty of a salary, you are quietly tasking your own protection. You are built for the open sea, not to rot in the harbor. Let's bear that in mind. Guts is a decision to move before the green light. Stop waiting for permission or perfect preparation. Preparation without action is just sophisticated fear. Like Gideon I mentioned, and the lepers at the gates, Guts is ultimatum of action. It is moving while the path is still unclear, because staying put is certain death. You take that move, you make that action, you take that step, even when you're not sure. Glory is a reward for living unfiltered. Glory isn't just a title, it's the end of the invisible life. It's the moment you stop being a footnote in someone else's dream and start owning your own clock. Don't trade your God-given legacy for temporary anesthesia or predictable routine or predictable income. So another thing I want to say to you, and I mention to you, your legacy. Very nice. Your legacy is the world your courage creates. Your legacy is the world your courage creates. What do you want to be known for? When I play Michael Jackson's music for my children, I tell them that this guy was a phenomenon. Even my children can see that he's a phenomenon, even though they never met him in my life. What do you want to be known for? One day your children will look at your life and see what is possible. They would have seen what is possible, what could have become. They will inherit either assets or your excuses. You are either building a kingdom or you are perfecting a cubicle. Choose today which world they will live in. The choice is yours. So remember that why I do what I do is to stir a dissatisfaction in your spirit man. That's why I do what I do. To awaken that sleeping giant that is in you. And if nothing has happened since the last 1 hour, I went live. So I said talking 1 hour and 3 minutes. If nothing has happened since you started you joined. You need to check yourself. And respectfully, I'll say you need deliverance. It's very important. Ecclesiastes 10 verse 7 says, I have seen servants on horses, while princes walk on ground like servants. If you are walking, look at your life. If you are walking on the ground like servant, where you're supposed to be on a horse like a prince, then you need to do something, you need to take action. Now, not tomorrow, now. So remember that the wise always invest. Invest in whatever will make you express your God. God bless you all. Peace, Udo, and about. Thank you for your time.